Welcome back to Let's Play Crystalis with me, jrpg, and we have just arrived at the Angry Sea. Now, we remember when we helped out that dolphin, he said we could use the Shell Flute to call him, and since we can't go anywhere, we're gonna need to do that. Now, before I get started, I just want to say something really exciting has happened. I've just gained a bunch of new subscribers, and man, does that mean a lot to me. I just want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed from the bottom of my heart. Now, why don't we call up that dolphin? And here he comes. And you know what? Before we ride him, why don't we use telepathy and see if we can't talk to the sages real quick? And let's see what Tornell has to say. Use maximum power against the enemies you can't see. Well, that sounds absolutely terrifying. There are enemies I can't see? Thanks, Tornell. And what about you, Zebu? In order to get to the lighthouse, you need some special glasses. Okay, I haven't seen the lighthouse yet, but that's good to know. How about Asina? When you wear the iron necklace, your defensive power will be twice as strong. Now, we are going to find the iron necklace, but that is also not true. It increases your defensive power from physical hits equivalent to your level. So I'm level 10, it will increase it by 10, and I'll prove that when I get it, just in case you don't believe me. And Kensu, he's still upset about the thing he lost in the channel behind the palace. We're gonna find that pretty soon, but for now, let's get on this dolphin. Please hop on my back, I'll take you wherever you like. And this dolphin will be how we will traverse this area. And you might be thinking that's kind of silly, right? Like, oh, silly NES games, riding a dolphin, what even is that? But I would like to remind you that a similar thing happens in Final Fantasy VII. And the dolphin says, take care. He's a very polite dolphin. I like him. Now, here we are in the town of Joel, and why don't we go ahead and talk to everyone here and see what's going on. This is Joel Island. The next one to the west is Evil Spirit Island. That one sounds much less pleasant than this one. Since a woman sorcerer from Dragonia went to the next island, it's been weird. People have disappeared, and strange monsters live there now. Well, I suppose we'll have to visit that place at some point, right? Hey, you surprised me. I thought you were a monster. That's right, my purple blobbishness got mistaken for a monster. That's not a very nice thing to say to a stranger, honestly. And how about over here? Huh? Oh, sorry, I zoned out for a minute. I'm Ralph, the Elder of Joel. Someone came from the next island and asked for a girl sacrifice if we wish safety to our island. One from Portoa volunteered, though. She's monster prey by now. Well, that sounds terrible. The girl substitute from Portoa is called Mesia. I pray for her safety. Oh no! Mesia has volunteered to be sacrificed. We better catch up with her ASAP. I don't want to be a sacrifice. Where's my Uncle Clark? Where is Uncle Clark? Here we go. Clark, who is the Elder's brother, has not returned from the next island yet. So it sounds like a lot of people have gotten themselves in trouble on Evil Spirit Island, and I have to think, if it's called Evil Spirit Island, you probably just shouldn't go there, but Mesia volunteered. I don't know what Clark's deal is. Let's check out the item shop while we're here. And so we have the usual things, but there is an alarm flute. Now, it's worth noting that if we wanted to be cheapskates, we could teleport back to Leaf and spend a lot less on this, but I think it's going to be fine to just buy one here and not waste our time doing that. And it stands to reason that if they're selling one for a reason, so let's just make sure we've got one. And I think I'm actually going to take a medical herb and a fruit of power with me. What a fruit of power will do is restore a small amount of MP, and those are good to have on you. And we've still got that antidote we bought, so we should be doing pretty well on items. We've got an herb, an antidote, a fruit of power, warp boots, and an alarm flute. We're doing great on that. So now that we've got some direction, we know that the Evil Spirit Island is to the west. I think we should head there. Let's get to it. Then we'll call our friendly neighborhood dolphin and head that way. But before we do, we're gonna want to come south a little bit. Because we're looking for whatever it is that Kensu dropped. These things are tough. Get out of my way. And that's gonna be over here. And this is another one that I feel like is just a ridiculously tough one. So we found the Love Pendant. That's what he's missing. And if I had to guess, I would say that has something to do with Asina, but maybe we'll find that out later. But what I mean is that I feel like things like that could really have benefited from a visual cue, something shiny, you know, like a little twinkling thing, something like that. But either way, we found it. And then I just want to point out, this is where we found that injured dolphin, and if we wanted to, we could get all the way back to Portoa from here, and we just have to take the boat back again, but we don't need to do that, so let's get out of here. Took a projectile to the face. Let me make sure I'm wearing my shield ring. I am. Okay. And now, we want to come this way, west of Joel, and we will find Evil Spirit Island. Oh, went a little too far. And so this spot right here is one of the best places to grind in the entire game. If there's a better one, I don't know what it is. Feel free to correct me on that, though, if you do. But either way, we're going to grind up to level 11 real fast here. These guys give a boatload of experience, and you can just walk right back in the door and respawn them. It's awesome. I don't think we should have to do this too many more times. Bam! We are level 11, and we need to be to damage the next boss. That is a very important thing to check off your list of things to do. Now, what I'm going to do is hang out here and grind to level 12, just because it's a really good spot to do so, and there's no reason not to just get it out of the way right now. But fortunately, through the magic of YouTube, you won't have to watch me do that. Alright, that'll do it. We're level 12. And we don't need to go crazy. I just figure, once again, it's a really good spot, so you may as well just, grind out one more level. Obviously, you'd like to not be too overpowered. I think that leaves some of the tension out. You two take care, Mr. Dolphin. Now. We gotta track down Mesia and figure out what happened to her. Oops, I still got my Shell Flute on. Let's just make sure that's not equipped, and let's get Refresh on, I think. And we're gonna need our Sword of Water to make ice bridges. And this section is pretty straightforward. You just kind of make ice bridges and take the only paths you can. Hopefully I'll have less trouble in here than I did in the last dungeon. But with me, you never know. Now, these guys are dangerous. They can cause paralysis, and that is pretty annoying, especially when you're in these narrow pathways with them. Didn't really mean to level 3 him there, but you know what? If it means I avoid getting paralyzed, I'm fine with it. I'm actually just gonna run for it. Okay. Oops, need my fire sword. All right, and let's see what we can find up here. A magic ring? That's awesome. I kind of wasted mine the last time I used it, so I'm glad to have another one. You get a very finite supply of those. Since I'm level 12, I don't really feel the need to kill everything, so I think I'm just gonna run for it. Because I really don't want to get paralyzed and have to waste some of my MP. Now in here, there's something very specific I am looking for. And that's gonna be over this way. Yep, we're taking the coward's way out of here. Get me away from these things. Yeah, we'll stay over here so we have room to dodge. And oh my god, it's a mimic. Alright, I think I need fire for you. Oh, these things move in such an erratic pattern. There we go. And I figured out what they drop. It's actually a coin, but it stays as a treasure box asset for some reason. And there we go, the iron necklace. Now, we were told it would double our defense, but let's check out what our defense is. It is 26 right now and 32 for the shield because we have on the shield ring. Let's put on our iron necklace and see what that does. Bumps it up to 38, and I am level 12. It was 26, so my words were indeed true. And I think I'm gonna keep the iron necklace on because theoretically I should have an easier time dodging projectiles. But that hasn't proven to be the case, so it's kind of whatever you feel, you know? We want to head to the right here. Oh, actually, no, this is not the way I want to go, right? No, I don't think so. Let's keep going to the right. Yeah, here's where we want to be. And now we have a floating platform that will take us across this chasm. And there is just nothing I could have done about that. And it knocked me off. Fantastic. All right. Well, where we drop down is back at that crossroads where the magic ring was to the north, so we're going to make our way back. Man, I even had my charge shot ready and he got me anyway. And I'm gonna wait to heal myself until I actually get past this. Okay, perfect. Now let's use a recover. However, I'm not super bummed that that happened because at least I get to show where you drop down if you fall off that thing. But they really like to give you the business there. Ooh, a lysis plant. That'll come in handy and I won't have to burn a recover the next time I get paralyzed, which will be probably sooner than later. Now here we are in Zombie Town, and the name is apt because there are zombies everywhere. Now, as I recall, there's only one building we can get in here, and I don't think I can damage these guys. At least it doesn't seem like it. But they don't damage me, they just don't have anything to say. Now, in here, it's kind of hard to spot, but there are actually some stairs in that corner, so let's take them. And in here, we will find Clark. I'm Clark. I came from Joel to check this place out. He came from Joel to check out a place called Evil Spirit Island where there is a town called Zombie Town. Anyways, he says a woman sorcerer is here. She came from Dragonia and changed all the people here into zombies. Sabera is very clever. Be careful. She is clever, in fact. And we're gonna go looking for her because she's the person who has Mesia in her possession. So let's go figure out what happened with that. And I love this song in here, and this environment gives me big Secret of Mana vibes. It's awesome. Got my wind sword on, perfect, because there are Dragonia guards everywhere. And these flying sort of, I don't know, vulture things. I'm just gonna avoid them so I don't have to weapon switch. And I think the first way, oh. Glad I got my iron necklace on. I think the first way I wanna go is this way. Yeah. And what will we find over here? invisible dudes, but I'm not even gonna bother. I would have to use level 3 charge attacks, and I really don't want to waste my magic, so I'm just gonna run for it. I imagine that's probably not the most exciting thing, but it's what we're gonna do. And there is a Fruit of Power, and that will be very handy indeed. We are already at half MP, so I think the idea is to give you enough magic recovery items to be able to kill these guys and not have 0 MP, but I'm just not going to worry about it. All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, we're going to double back, and then we're going to take a right. But this just, oh, there's this castle environment in Secret of Mana. I forget what the name is called, but man, does this remind me of it. It makes me want to play that game really bad. And what will we find up here? That's right, it's the vampire again, and his first move is to teleport right on top of me. I can't fault him, it's a decent strategy. I am not doing a very good job here. Oh boy. This pattern got weird. Okay, that's better. Alright, let's get recover on. Or refresh, I mean. Oh my god, stop teleporting on me, dude. But this is why we bought an extra Fruit of Power. Is because this is not the actual boss of the area. This is just our second fight with Vampire. And down he goes. Not too tough this time. And what did he leave behind? I have too many items. Well then, I suppose I can just burn a Fruit of Power. Why not? In fact, we may as well use both. You can never have too much MP, right? And we get one refunded. You know what? Let's use that one too. I suppose we'll use our magic ring if it comes to it, but for now, I feel pretty comfortable that that's enough MP to get through the rest of this, but we'll see. All right. Take this floating platform and hope we don't get knocked off. There are going to be a few of those, and we're going to be confronted by these spikes, but we can use our rabbit boots to kind of defeat this. It turns out that for spikes, if you just jump, they don't hurt you, I guess. And we get a free medical herb for our trouble. All right. You get that iron necklace back. Yeah, we're doing pretty well on everything else, so let's keep going. I should really kill this guy before I do this, but I'm gonna risk it. Go, go, go. He fired a projectile, but it was the wrong direction, thankfully. Run away from the paralysis. Ah, and here we are. Let's check it out. Help! There's a sorcerer in the back of this chamber. And you know what? Let's go check it out. And she says, I'm the real Mesia. This is a trap. Go away. I think she means, like, run away. But it turns out we can't leave. We fell for the sorceress's trick. And we were told that she was crafty, so we should have seen this coming, but we have no choice but to drop down the pit. And that will drop us right back here. But fortunately, we already know the way back. It's a pretty quick jaunt, but I just wanted to show what happens if you get tricked. Which I have to feel like a reasonable number of people would have. At least the first time they play this. So let's dodge these invisible sorcerers. And not fall for the trick this time. This time we're smarter, right? Now I think I'm going to want my fire sword. And she tries the same trick, but we're not gonna fall for it. If we hit her in the face with our sword, she'll say, "What are you doing? Stop." But we're not gonna stop. You are mistaken. Please stop. And at this point, I feel like maybe some doubt might creep in, but we're gonna stab her again. Yeah! Excellent. You finally revealed me. I will enjoy destroying you. I'm Sabera. I'm one of Dragonia's finest four. This will be your doom. And she is kind of a bullet hell shooter boss, which I am a huge fan of. And believe me, the slowdown here is your best friend. And we're gonna go ahead and hit her with some level 3 charges, because why wouldn't we? And it only took 2 of them. You've won this battle, but Mesia is still mine. And Mesia cries, "No! I'll see you in Goa, our main fortress. Ha ha ha!" And she left behind a treasure chest, but we still haven't rescued Mesia, which is unfortunate because I have so many questions for her about who I am and what I'm doing here. And we now receive the broken statue. And we're going to find a little bit more about that later, but for now, this acts as a convenient shortcut to just get out of here. And when we arrive back in Zombie Town, everyone's back to normal. Siberia's curse is broken. Let's talk to him. Thank you. Because of your valiant effort, we are released from this curse. I don't know how to thank you. We will rebuild now. Yeah, I feel like your town could use a little work. It still looks pretty beat up and there's lots of graves everywhere. Maybe you want to work on that. I can hold my children with my own hands now. Oh, I'm so happy. That is, that does make it seem more real to me, like a mother getting to hold her child with her hands again. That makes me feel good. Thank you for saving me. An altar for the Statue of Gold is close to this island. That's interesting. Today is the best day of my life. You're great, even though you're young. And I say, I need to cross the whirlpools. Can you help? And he says, a legend says that if the Statue of Gold is placed properly, we can return safely from any storm. That's very interesting. Because we're here, at least in part, to unravel the mystery of how to calm the whirlpools, and that's a big clue of how to do it. You know, a glowing lamp that said to fix broken stuff is in the lighthouse. Interesting. We have a broken statue, so we'd be interested in picking that up at some point, I think. And Clark says, you did it. Awesome. Please take this. I'm sure it will help you. And we receive some eyeglasses. And I love this. I just want to show this real quick. The eyeglasses, they just went with the same asset as the gas mask. It's clearly a gas mask. But you know what? It's fine. All right, now I think what I'm gonna do is, since I'm out of MP, let's just teleport back to Joel. Whoops. There we go. And let's just get back there ASAP. And he says, good, good, good. Not really sure why. Maybe he's happy that I saved Zombie Town. And she says, now I can live safely. At last, our life can return to normal. I can go back to fishing now. You know, they do say that a bad day fishing is better than a good day at the office. People are always saying that. Thank you. Our village is saved. You're welcome. I love saving villages. And she says, I pray we see Mesia again. You know, I do too. She's still in that sorceress's clutches. We gotta figure something out about that. We gotta go to Goa and settle this score for sure. She says, now I don't have to be sacrificed. Yay! Which would, in fact, be a huge relief. Now, we know from earlier that the eyeglasses will help us spot hidden passages. And we're going to go ahead and use those right now. But you know what? Before I forget, why don't we stay at the inn? And let's put those eyeglasses to use. We're going to use them in here, and it's going to reveal a secret passage. I see a secret door. I imagine that's like roll for perception or something. And through here, we can finally access the lighthouse that is inaccessible from the sea. We couldn't take the dolphin here. This is the way to get here. And lighthouses are apparently the best place in the world for naps, because who do we find but mean old Kensu himself? And let's go ahead and use our alarm flute to wake him up. And Kensu says, "Who are you? I was happily sleeping. A person like you should be eaten by zombies." And now I feel like that's an amazing insult that I may need to use on the internet at some point. And he takes off in a huff, but he leaves behind a treasure box. And what do we find but the glowing lamp? And now we can use our glowing lamp, and that's gonna reconstruct our broken statue. It's reconstructed and becomes the statue of gold. And that's fantastic because we can use that to calm the whirlpools. Where did my Shell Flute get to? There it is. And we are going to use the Shell Flute to call the dolphin to go ahead and calm the whirlpools of the angry sea, but that's going to have to wait until next time because I'm all out of time for today. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who subscribed, and I will see you in the next video.